from the legs and the arms, the appendages of the body, and create a whole unit in our movement. So we got to learn to move from that center, which in martial arts we learn is in the hip. So one thing we want to do is learn to project every movement from those hips. So just a neutral stance, and we just start moving from the hips. And we want to feel, kind of listen to the body and listen to what it's doing. Are we actually moving from the hip, or are we tensing and relaxing the muscles and pushing the body around with the leg muscles? That's something we got to pay attention to. So I get it all the time where I'm doing it. I'm moving from the hip. And it's the legs that the mind will lie to you. It'll say, oh yeah, you're doing exactly what you want to do. So you really have to pay attention and make sure that it's the hip that's projecting the movement. So yeah, the first thing is just neutral stance and start shifting that hip over, shifting that hip over, shifting back, shifting forward, and just start moving around. An exercise I like is kind of making a figure eight. Again, it's projecting the movement from the hip. And again, we're doing this to make the body move as one unit, not as separate individual movements going on. So another way to start learning this is I'm going to come and push on his hip, and what he's going to do is just gently push back. So I'm giving him contact, and he's working with that contact. So this gives him something to work with. So now he has something to push against. And now we can jump that even more. When I push, he's really going to push back. He's going to push me back with those hips. There. So we're training the body to move from the hip. So now when someone comes in and attacks, we're pushing. We're coming at him from that hip as one body movement. So that hip moving. I'm not pushing off with my legs and trying to get all these individual body movements coming. I just drop that center. So this kind of movement. So we can practice this on our own. Simply move about the room, pushing from the hip. So again, we're learning to get that movement going. Relearning how to move the body. From there, once we're moving from the hips, we're going to connect all the body movements. Punching, for instance, that hip. We want that hip to move that arm. Even if you don't really see the hip doing it, connecting that hip to the arm is what we want. And block. Everything happens with that hip. So, just from here, learning to just start getting those arms to move from that projected hip movement. We're looking for a connecting feel. We want to feel, sense, kind of listen to the connection. If it doesn't feel connected, it's not connected. So work that feeling. No sense lying to yourself about, oh yeah, I'm connected. Feel it for yourself. Find the connection. So again, moving from the hips. Once we get that connection with our body movement, we use that with the attacker. They come in, and I connect my movement to his movement, so my center moves his center. connect my center to my movement, his movement to my center. So, not fighting him, it's simply getting my center, connecting my center to him, moving my center. Relax, relax. Don't fight, just get the connection is what we want. Not fighting with it. The power is the center. Connect that center, and that's what we're working with. Connect, connect, connect. So one thing we can do to, again, learn this connection, we're feeling it here. When I come and grab his wrist, all he does is connect, and I run into a solid object. So his whole job is just get center, connect, and I run right into that center, which runs right into the ground. So work on moving from that